Hello, educators. Welcome to the Writers Workshop. And if you're returning, welcome back. In these short videos, I offer tutorials on ways to create more choice and voice in your writing curriculum, primarily in middle and secondary classrooms. My name is Dr. Sarah Donovan. I'm assistant professor at Oklahoma State University. I was a teacher in secondary schools from 2010 to 2019, so I have 20 years experience there, and I've been a teacher educator for over a decade. And I'm here just to share my resources and materials with teachers who may not have had a teaching writing course, or for emergency certified teachers who are stepping into this nationwide teacher shortage and could use some support and a few more materials. So let's get started into our tutorial, gathering ideas. And we're going to take a look at the heart map. So the heart map is not my idea. It comes from Awakening the Heart. And it also is built off the ideas of writing territories with Nancy Atwell. And the heart map is a great activity to do with students early in the school year, especially to minimize all the times where students might say, I have nothing to write about, or I don't know what to write about. So this heart map is a metaphor for all that writers know and all the things that students carry in their hearts as experts of their own lives. It's visual, so it's a really great activity to visualize all the places that we have stories and all the interests and expertise. It's contained in this visual in the shape of a heart, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. It makes ideas less abstract, so more concrete into the heart of people, memories, experiences that are significant to them. This also offers freedom, which students crave in the classroom. So heart mapping is a scaffold that supports writers as they brainstorm, play, take wrong turns, meaning they might start a story and then realize it's a different kind of story, or they're not as interested in the story when they're searching for right words, or just need to generate multiple ideas. And then last, it energizes the classroom and creates community. Those are kind of going together. So when students have ideas that they can share with one another, they start to recognize, oh, that happened to me too, or I have a similar story, and it energizes the room. So instead of the teacher coming up with one idea and everyone writing the same thing, the students are generating ideas that inspire one another, but also help them get to know one another, and also recognize that some aspects of our hearts are connected. So it's kind of lovely in that way. So here's an example of a heart map. You can see it's the shape of a heart. And in this example, the student has color-coded different aspects of the heart. Things I do in my free time are blue, people I care about are green, places I've lived and visited yellow, and defining moments are red. And you can see it's all very neat and orderly, and some students love that, and they love the opportunity to take colors and shapes and really make sense of it all. Some students might reject this idea of a heart. They're like, I don't want to be writing any hearts. So you could have them draw a picture of a house or a soccer ball or a place that's important to them, and they could do the same thing. So here the student kind of uses the sun metaphorically, the people that are kind of beams of light in their lives, or the apex of the home here might carry hopes and dreams, things like that. So this is a great metaphor for, and also making concrete abstract ideas that they can draw on when they write. So here's the most important part about the heart map, is that you, dear teacher, do it too. It's helpful to do it with them at the same time. But if you're nervous about maybe memories of your own life, maybe triggering experiences, or being vulnerable, if you're not used to kind of sharing your inner thoughts with students, you might do it in your own notebook first. And then when you come to class, do it live, just kind of redoing that same experience. It's better to show the process, not the product. Let me say that again. You want to show the process, not the product, so students can hear all the decisions and thinking that you're doing as you're creating it. So here's an example of one that I did digitally when we were online. I would also, you could also do this on your computer, so it's projected, Or if you have your a notebook projector, you can do it in your notebook, and then that's projected for the students, and you can talk through these different places. So the way that it exists here tells a lot, but it's not quite the same as when I was making this with my students and really talking through all the different decisions and memories that were sort of that were being illuminated or surfacing as I was doing this. So you can see I color coded a little bit differently. And I have some things that are quite personal and some things that are quite fun, and just showing the range of topics. So then you want to offer an opportunity for students to do it either with you or after you've done it. And you can offer them a template for a way of making accommodations. Students can draw it themselves. You want to bring different materials. So there's a couple different ways that you can have students do this. So circling back to other tutorials, if students are doing this sort of daily writing or having lots of opportunities to generate ideas in their notebooks, if they do any sort of drafting, you can have them add it to their table of contents. So you can see here, this is an example of one of my students who had done like daily writing. If you want to check out that tutorial on establishing routines, but you can see the student has just kind of added to their table of contents every time we write. So this is just an example of the places that students can document or keep track of the different things that they write about. Okay, so that's a quick overview of the heart map as a way of gathering more ideas. So we have the first one, establishing a routine, where you can put different prompts and different modes and genres. And here's another place that empowers students to go to their own lives for ideas so that they don't have to rely on a teacher for the prompts. So a couple different ways of doing things. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or want to talk about adapting this for your classroom. I'm happy to come Zoom with you or meet with any department members if you have some questions, but please keep writing, friends.